Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
I would like to say thanks to you for coming in our presentation. It's great to see you all. Let me introduce ourselves. I am Azanul Adera. Next to me, Dia Ulhaq Al-Hidah, and the last, Faiza Hamalina. Okay, my friend, in this presentation, we will discuss about passive.
Introduction. The subject of a passive sentence would normally be the object of an active sentence. The passive is formed by using a form of the with a past participle. If an agent in mentioned in the sentence is come after by passive, one of the earliest account of the number trial was written in 1945 by Robert H. Jackson, the U.S. chief prosecutor. Active, Robert H. Jackson, the U.S. chief prosecutor, wrote one of the earliest account of the number back trials in 1945. Next, avoiding the agent. The passive is often used when the agent is obvious, such as very general, unimportant, or unknown. Passport can be renewed online or at a post office. The agent are people in general. Two students were attacked on their way home from a town center club. The agent is you know. No one know who attacked the student. The agent is usually above general, unimportant, or when processes are being described. It is very common to use the passive in this case, particularly when there are a number of stakes to mention. They ensure their freshness, pairs are sorted, washed, and frozen within 2 hours of being picked. Next, ordering information. You can use the passive to put information in order that best suit of the text. You may wish to mention the action, idea, or event itself first, for example, rather than the agent or agents. A potential cure for Alzheimer's has been discovered by scientists working at the Hayes Laboratory in Texas. In the text below, the writer introduced the president as the main topic in the first sentence, and then used the passive to keep him as the subject of the next two sentences. In around 4:30 p.m., the president arrived in Lagos. He was saw a new building project before being taken to the restored Museum of Ancient Art. Later, he was over tea at the mayor's residence on Prince Street.
The passive in the different tense. The passive clause is formed with the plus past participle. Here are examples in all the tense. Present simple in Sylvia played Putri. The personal concern are transformed into something almost mythical. Present continuous. A new system of tolerate drug zone is currently being established in full inner city areas. Present perfect, new measures to combat the selling of illegal drugs have recently been put in place by the government. Past simple, in the investigation, 5 deaths in custody were linked to a small group of prison officers who all belong to the same golf club. Next, past continues, new trade agreements were being drafted right up until the moment that the talk collapsed. Past perfect, it took more than a decade after penicillin had been discovered for science to find a way of stabilizing and mass producing it. Will future nothing will be achieved unless the recommendation of the panel are implemented within the next year. Going to future, a massive effort on the part of local council is going to be required to meet the recycling target. And the last future perfect, the sponsors are hoping that the construction of the stadium will have been complete by the time inspector arrive the beginning of next year.
Uh, Next, passive modal verbs, infinitive, and gerunds. First, modal verbs. You will find the passive voice with modal verbs. Modal verb plus be plus past participle, useful in ordering information effectively and living out in unimportant agent. The verb most frequently used are can and could, express possibility, and must and shall, expressing obligation. For example, Wikipedia can be edited by anyone with access to the internet. Past form are less common. Example, alternative proposal should have been explained in detail before the committee research its decision. Second, infinitive with to the gerund and gerund. You can also use infinitive with to and gerund in the passive. A passive infinitive is formed by verb plus be, verb plus to be plus past participle. Example, most clients accept to be met at the airport. A passive gerund is formed by verb plus being plus past participle. Example, the managing director enjoy being critic, criticized by shareholders. Passive reporting verb. First, it plus be plus past participle plus that. Example, people believe that it is believed that computer science, despite the progress of the last 20 years, is still in its infancy. Someone has said that it has been said that the prison system does very little to rehabilitate prisoners. Second, third person singular or plural plus be plus past participle plus infinitive with to blah blah blah. Example, they had accepted that the prime minister should stop over. The prime minister had been accepted to stop over in Berlin on his way on the Moscow summit, but his schedule was changed at the last moment. Uh, Passive with preposition. First, by introduced agent in passive sentence. Example, Liverpool FC was bought by American billionaire John Henry. You can use by with a non-human agent. Misleading may be caused by heavy rainfall. Railing are sometimes preferred by recording by is by meaning of. Second, other preposition. There is a group or verb plus preposition that are more commonly used in the passive than the active voice in academic English. This include associated with, attribute to, based on, classified as, cause of, confined to, diagnosed as or with, entailed to, and located or on or in. For example, Apple success has largely been attributed to the creative energy of its late CEO Steve Jobs. Uh, from from its discovery in 1930 until 2006, Pluto was classified as a planet. Uh, Thank you for your listening. My also we have shared the beneficial for all of us. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.